Good afternoon, Spain. With all of you, we are Álvaro Marín and Miguel Rodríguez. We have some last breaking news about the economy in Spain.
The bad situation of the economy in Spain nowadays has created many problems in our country, which are becoming more and more serious for the society.
The measures that the new government imposed are being harmful to people, despite being imposed with the purpose of overcoming the crisis, which has appeared in Spain some years before. These measures to overcome the crisis are based on cuts in education, health and pensions.
With this, here we begin a new edition of the weekly news program of the Channel 1. Good afternoon, Álvaro. Like you have said before, groups of university students are showing their disagreement through several manifestations because of the rising prices in school enrollments. Apparently, the measures being taken by the government of Rajoy are causing more problems than improvements. Educational reform conducted by the Popular Party is making more and more cuts in Spain. The education minister said yesterday that a possible measure in order to overcome the economic crisis would be raising the prices of college enrollments of all Spain. Along this event is added the reduction of the number of grants for students of bachelor's degree and university. It also provides for certain events with a number of more people in the Puerta del Sol in Madrid over the next 3 days. Thank you. Thank you, Iñaki. Apparently, the measures taken by the new Minister of Education are leading students who want to get a degree and who care about their future to a real state of confusion and distrust. Reactions of the wave of evictions of those unable to pay and mortgage loans acquired in the housing boom a decade ago are ranging from suicide in desperation to an organization that has managed to stop hundreds of evictions. One case is that of Anna, who bought her house with a credit, no problem, granted the bank, and now is unemployed, in a country where nearly 1 of 4 workers is unemployed. She wants to end the nightmare, give the house to the bank, and there is over its debt.
The bank doesn't want. Anna bought those 4 walls when the housing bubble was at its worst and the banks exaggerate the value of homes. Now prices have fallen and banks, which both help to create the crisis, do not want for miss. So Anna must surrender your home and keep paying. And how will continue to pay if no work? How will she pay?
With us, here is Ana Martinez, who is going to tell about her situation. Ana, what can you tell about your current situation?
Hello, Channel 1. Well, to start with, my daughter has a disability of 19% and a small allowance of 500 euros per month, thanks to which I can buy the basics for her care, for example, her diapers. Moreover, the bank told me to use that money to pay the mortgage, but it's the money my daughter needs. How do I remove my daughter and give money to the bank? No one can answer. We are pending on the situation and on the bank's response. Thank you.
The alarming fact is that suicides have increased in recent years with the unstoppable growth of the crisis, and many of them are clearly related to evictions.
More than 11 suicides from 2012 had set off the alarms. Some people want to deny the obvious, but the reality is that it is suspected that there are many more that do not reach the media because it is still a taboo.
To finish with, we have last breaking news about the corruption case called Bárcenas case. Information sources close to the case claim that Bárcenas case is linked Gürtel case.
The National Court judge Pablo Cruz yesterday received the report he had requested the Economic Crime Unit and Financial Police on the linkage between accounting former treasurerman secret driving the Popular Party, Luis Bárcenas, and the Gürtel case. There is a document of 35 pages with documentation of the preliminary proceedings in the High Court on the corrupted friend linked to the Popular Party and the photocopies of the books published by El País. Bárcenas concludes that there is a temporal relationship, quantitative and suggestive, infer a correlation between the two scores.
Thank you, Albert. Well, based on the police report, Judge Ruth has decided to take the investigation of Bárcenas and it has warned an anti-corruption prosecutor to freeze the inquiries. In another order, the judge requires the notary who Bárcenas went last December to give you a copy of the minutes in which the former treasurerman recognized analytical keep accounts Popular Party funds with cash inflows and outflows entre pecus for leaders from conservative training.
According to the text of Judge Ruth, it is detected that an outstanding series of correspondences between the documentation collected in Gürtel case and Bárcenas attributed to secret accounts published by El País. The first match is the documents seized by the former secretary of the Galician Popular Party organization, Pablo Crespo, in a safe in February 2009. In these papers, Bárcenas' delivery consists of Pablo Crespo for exactly the same amount.
The second match has to do with documentation on the Galician Popular Party campaign between April and October 1999, found at the home of José Luis Izquierdo, accounting course Gürtel Brain, Francisco Correa. It contained an entry of 9 million pesetas, the same than 455,000 euros, in October 1999.
However, the police analysis found up to 4 evident links between accounting wielding and Bárcenas and kickbacks and other improper conduct discovered during the 4 years and judicial inquiry into the Gürtel case.
With this last piece of news, we finish the daily edition of the weekly news program of Channel 1. Pass a good weekend.
Follow us in the web or listen to us in the radio. This is all. Good afternoon.